Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley. Today I am sniffing through the bakery category in the Scentsy Spring Summer 2021 catalog. Honestly, only 2 of these scents are new and not returning from the fall winter catalog. So I might go through these a bit fast because only 2 are new. So the first one we're gonna get started with is Almond Croissant. So this one was new in the fall winter catalog, and it actually stayed over for the spring and summer. The notes are fresh baked croissant, cinnamon sugar, and almond. This one, it really just smells like it says, fresh baked croissant. It does have that almondy note, which is pretty forward in it, honestly. It's kind of like an almond extract type of situation. It doesn't necessarily smell exactly like bread croissants. Like, it's definitely has that almondy note. But this is a great mixer, and it's really good for adding to scents to give it more of that bakery, like bready croissant versus like just vanilla or like sugar. So it gives it a little bit different vibe than some other bakery notes when mixing with other things. I was so glad to see this come back or like stay in the catalog moving into spring summer, because I actually really found that I enjoyed it throughout the fall winter catalog. It's actually really nice. It's definitely a different take on, like, when I think of bakery, I think of more like sugar cookies. So it's definitely a different take, but I really enjoy it. And if you're a bakery lover, you will definitely like this one. The next one is apple butter frosting. The notes are cinnamon spiced apples and vanilla buttercream. This one is my absolute fave. If I had a brick in this, I would be so happy. So I just have to have a lot of bars instead. It's honestly exactly what it says. Cinnamon spiced apples, vanilla buttercream, and it's really like that buttercream type of frosting, and it's definitely cinnamon spiced apples. It could be a bit spicy if you're adverse to cinnamon. It's definitely bakery cinnamon, but this one definitely travels. Like, if you're warming it in a really like open concept, the spiciness really tends to travel, I have found. So if you're maybe have a couple people who are adverse to cinnamon, maybe that could be a concern. But I find it's like pretty widely accepted, and it's just a really good bakery smell. Once again, if you're a bakery person, you need to get on this scent because this one is so good. The next one is apple cherry strudel, Granny Smith apple cherry, and vanilla drizzle. So red wax. And this one smells really, really strong in the tester. I've heard this one is a boomer performer. Like, it comes really, really strong out of the gate. It maybe doesn't last as long as the others, but it really is strong when you first put it in. And it really just smells like cherry, apples, and then that like vanilla drizzle, vanilla bakery-esque. It's really good. It's definitely like a fruity bakery. It's not fruity to the point where it could be necessarily in the fruity category. Like, you definitely can tell there's like that bakery component to it, but it's not just like flat out bakery like some of the other scents in here. And I don't like get cinnamon or any of that, so I feel like it's friendly to those who don't like cinnamon. It's really, really nice. And I love the color that it's red. A lot of these are just like really boring colors, so I like that one's red. Not that this isn't my favorite category, because I am a bakery lover, but I like that one's different. The next one is baked apple pie. So the notes on this one are flaky crust, apples, and spices. This one to me is honestly a little bit spicy, and I know sometimes the tester is different from the full bar, but I actually had a full bar and it was still pretty spicy. So it really does just smell like that baked apple pie type of scent, but to me it's a little bit heavier on the cinnamon and not necessarily bakery cinnamon. I know other people, or if you aren't cinnamon adverse, you might really, really like this. But to me, it just kind of, I think I was expecting it to have that bakery cinnamon, and it ended up just being too spicy for me. But really, it does kind of, it really smells like that apple pie type scent. But I think I would rather just mix like an apple scent with maybe like almond croissant or even apple butter frosting to give it more bakery, because that one's just too spicy for me. So the next one is blueberry cheesecake. This one is a really popular one. The notes are New York cheesecake, graham cracker crust, and blueberries. So it's weird how they can make this smell so authentic, because honestly, it smells literally like cheesecake with blueberries on top. I haven't ever tried this one just because I'm a little nervous on, I feel like cheesecake is really like a sensitive line, like milky things can be really sensitive if like they teeter on the edge of being sour. But I might actually give this one a go this catalog season, just to give it a test and see what I think. It doesn't smell sour in the tester, so I would hope for the best, but it really just does smell like cheesecake, and blueberries on top, and like fresh right out of the fridge, like just made it, whatever. You know, it doesn't smell like sour or anything like that, but I know some people are a little bit sensitive with this scent. So I don't get necessarily like a heavy pie crust note from it, or graham cracker crust, I guess it says, but I definitely get the cheesecake and I definitely get the blueberry. So this one's definitely a very, very popular one. It's a bestseller, but I know people are on both sides of the spectrum there. Next we have butter pecan. The notes are candy pecan, maple, and butter. This one is like the epitome of bakery. It's very heavy. Like, I have the scrub in this and it's nice, but like, I feel like you could overdo it with this one. It's just like really heavy, buttery, nutty. Like, I see this more as a fall winter scent, honestly. This is just a little bit too heavy of a bakery for me for spring and summer. And honestly, I think just like the butter note in it is a little bit too heavy for me in general. I do really enjoy it in the scrub. I don't find it to be like too overwhelming then, but also that usage is very short compared to if I had this actually warming in my house. So take that for what it's worth. But it's definitely a very rich bakery if that's what you're looking for. The next one is actually a new one. Like, it's not coming over from fall, winter. This one I do believe was available last spring and summer, but it was not available in the fall winter catalog. So it's the first official one that was not a rollover from the last catalog. It is Mochadoodle. So the notes are coffee beans, cocoa, sugar, caramel, and heavy cream. Also brown, a different color. This one just smells, I was gonna say like straight up coffee, but it definitely has like an extra note besides the coffee. Like it's not straight up coffee. It's maybe like how foo-foo people like their coffee, like myself, you know, coffee then with like other things mixed into it. And I see how there's like the chocolate or the cocoa in there. It's definitely not just like straight up coffee beans, but I really, really like this. So it's not the most authentic coffee, like I said, but considering we have no other coffee scents, I think it could be the close you're gonna get, unless something like, you know, we pull off a miracle and bring back my bar and we happen to get a coffee scent. But I think that's the closest you're gonna get, and I think that would suffice my coffee needs. I'm really excited that one came back. Next we have sugar cookie. The notes on this are butter, sugar, creamy, vanilla. So honestly, I don't find the butter note in this one to be as overwhelming as in the butter pecan. To me, this one just smells like a really nice sugar cookie. And comparing it to its counterpart right after it, vanilla bean buttercream, which is buttercream, cane sugar, and vanilla extract, these two smell really, really similar. But in the end, I think Vanilla Bean Buttercream has more vanilla, and I think Sugar Cookie has that like cookie-esque type of note. Like, they are so very slightly different. Also, considering getting a brick in one of these, they're so similar, but I really like them both. They're not the same though. That's my justification, they're not the same. So if you want straight up vanilla, I would go for the vanilla buttercream. If you want vanilla but a little bit of something extra, I would go for the sugar cookie. So that's kind of just my differentiation between the two. Really highly recommend both of them. Also great for mixing. And then the last one's actually new to the spring and summer catalog. It's Vanilla Waves. The notes are sea salt, whipped vanilla, sticky caramel. This one I really like. It's just really different, honestly. And it's really different compared to the rest of these in the bakery category. To me, this one's bakery, but mixed with fresh, which I think is fresh. I think it's a really fresh idea for the catalog, just because I think that's not something people tend to mix very often. I think people go like bakery fruity, fruity floral, citrus. People I don't feel like typically have fresh and bakery in the same situation, but that is what this is. So you definitely get the vanilla and the caramel, but that sea salt almost gives it just like a really light freshness. So I hope this one's a decent performer because it does seem lighter in the tester. But if so, I think it'll be awesome. It could even be something where it's more of a background scent. If you want to maybe put like some stronger things in, you could easily mix it in alternating warmers to kind of tame it down a little bit. I could see it being really great for that. But honestly, it's really in my wheelhouse. So I hope the full bar performs. I'm liking the tester, but like I said, I could see it being on the slightly lighter side. So that is actually everything in the bakery category. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.